Sultai Natural Order versus Uber Tank. Where's my... Alright. I would like to play first, yes. Got some early interaction, got an Uro to ramp, enough lands for the ramp to make sense. And then I have the natural order as well, so if I draw into something. Let's start off with this fetch land. The opponent doesn't play anything that I need to kill. I can grab a surveil land. Let's go for the Underground Tomb Mortuary. Shaman's good. And pass the turn. Alright, that's gonna die immediately. Intangible Virtue. Alright, so this is a token deck, which can be pretty scary. Don't want that right now, to be honest. It's alright, next turn I can already start replaying the Uro. Bastion of Remembrance. Create a 1/1 human soldier whenever a creature controls. Okay. Alright. So, filling up the graveyard. Need the second blue. I could already start playing Uro here. I think that's actually the play. Because otherwise I can halfling and kill that and then prepare for a natural order next turn. But let's just get this on the battlefield. That was a terrible draw, unfortunately, but that's always the case when you draw that. The good news is, like, this can be played mid-game as well, sometimes using the halfling or the shaman. If this Uro survives...
Let me remind you, my power is ancient.
Alright, I'll push that. That's fine. Now I'll attack the Soren to kill that. And then I'll play the halfling and keep up a fatal push. Another Bastion of Remembrance. Alright. I'm not gonna use a fatal push on that yet unless I have to. Now this can be a black, an Overgrown Tomb. Another fatal push. Okay, so let's attack with the Uro first. And then I'll just go for an Atraxa here. Thoughtseize, an Oko, Delta, another push, and a Shaman. Alright, I need to discard a land. Wait a second. Oh, I can play a land actually, even better. I'm probably just gonna discard the Thoughtseize. And the Oko. Nah, even the Shaman even. I could have played one of the... okay. Alright, so that's quite impressive. I'm gonna fetch all these lands away. That's 4 tokens, that's 8. That's basically 8. Let's kill one of them at end of turn to use my mana efficiently. And then go into my turn. And now full on attack mode. Yeah, the opponent, I could fatal push in order to make the blocks super unfavorable. So Bowmasters could be okay. The ego to remove what, the intangible virtue or the lingering souls. I think I'm just gonna put the Bowmasters in and go down on these, this and 2 Brainstorms. Uber tank. Uber for tanks. This is fine. Thoughtseize is gonna take the natural order, most likely. Alright, let's find a fetch land. I have my own Thoughtseize that I can play. Let's see what we can hit. Lingering Souls is not really a good target, honestly. Just take the swords then. I wish I would have hit like an intangible virtue or one of the enchantments that gives the opponent all of the nice extra. Alright, keep up, fatal push, and once upon a time. I should have not fetched yet, because I might have used it for the fatal push, but I mean the opponent, I'm pretty sure it's more tokens and less for 3 or 4 mana creatures. Alright, there's the Lingering Souls. Bowmasters, okay. Should I play them or the Oko? The problem is, as soon as the opponent draws some kind of pump spell, these things are gonna get big. But getting an Oko online early is also pretty strong.
Shear the wolf in your eyes. It's not poisoned. Trust me.
So I need to dodge any tokens pump spells. Alright, more tokens is okay-ish.
You're a tricksy one.
There's a natural order, so I can actually use it right now. If I turn this into an elk, attack first, just to get some damage in,
Is enchanting.
and go for Atraxa for sure. Because I would like the life gain. Alright. Thoughtseize. Land. Bush. Bowmasters. Wow, I have a lot of lands that I can... a lot of creatures I have that I can choose here. But I think Bowmasters is still the right one. That thing is gonna be devastating. Let's see.
I'll think up a fun fate for you.
Alright, so I can... let's see what we can do. I only have 2 black mana available. That's restricting me here. So that means 2 Bowmasters is probably the best thing. No. That will only kill 1. So that's 8. The opponent has 8 power. I'm gonna attack first. If the opponent blocks with all 8, didn't think so. All right.
Surely you must
Do
be
this
famished.
and pass. Oh, that's problematic. Ah, wait a second. Before that resolves, I'm gonna Bowmaster. Kill that. And Bowmaster. Kill the other one. Alright, able to pull off a victory against the tokens deck. An early Atraxa or a Koma are definitely always difficult. And in this case, the Bowmasters were actually a good sideboard card, able to come in. If this would have been the 2 mana enchantment, which just gives straight up +1/+1, that might have been more difficult. But yeah, did have some decent hands as well, enabling a smooth victory. Sultai Natural Order versus Pelamers. I would like to play first, and I shall keep this hand. Gonna go for a land if I find one. I don't, so Shaman it is. Because I have 2 Shamans, I'll play one of them first. I was considering the Halfling. Allosaurus Shepherd. Can't be countered. Green spells can't be countered. Oh, wow. And each elf creature you control has base power and becomes a dinosaur. Crazy. So is this elves? Maybe? Alright, what do I need? If I put a fetch land in there. Let's go grab a breeding pool. And play these 2 guys. And keep up Fatal Push if I need it. Alright, if you control another elf, created that. So let's have the opponent not have another elf. Alright, I can search for natural order. I cannot play it because I can't use the shamans for anything. So I shall just pass the turn and natural order next turn into what? Atraxa or Koma? Probably Atraxa, it flies. I'll take an Uro. Yeah, let's go for Atraxa. I found a Thoughtseize, an Oko. Do I even want the Oko? I might even just be discarding it, right? So. Another. I wish I would have loved a 1, 2, 3. I wanted to find a. I didn't grab a fetch land either. That was a mistake. Then otherwise the shamans could be active. Well, at least one of them can be. In the form of removing a creature from the opponent's graveyard. But yeah, this Atraxa has a lot of work to do now. The elves will keep pumping each other up. Any lord will make them a considerable force. Oko, Growing Rights of Itlemok. Top 4 cards, reveal a creature. End step, if you control 4, transform. Okay. Alright, so that's a mana sink, or just a mana ramp creation. Cradle of the Sun. Found a Paradise Druid. Good. My Atraxa flies. That's important and relevant. This will transform. Alright, let's do this. Gain some life. Let's Thoughtseize first. Hopefully taking some big payoff card. If yeah, I expected Court of Calling. Okay. The Druid, okay, the Elvish, and I'll take this one. All right, so I'm taking one, and the other one just gonna turn it into an elk.
Certain you're quite charmed to meet me.
Which ones? Which one is giving an? Oh, this one. I'll do this one actually.
Surely you see the humor here.
So Oko, while not taking any power off the opponent's board, at least, you know, dealing with some abilities. Next, I'm gonna Oko the Elvish Archdruid. I can also use both. I only have one black mana, unfortunately. Alright. Take out the Archdruid.
Fine, remain blind.
If I had one more black mana, I think I can win, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so let's dig for that. Let's try and find the black mana, so that I can activate the Shaman twice. I couldn't find it. Okay, so I'm just gonna put some Uros back. I have enough of those in my hand. And attack first. Do I have some fetch lands here? I still don't. Okay, so I want to drain the opponent, so I'm just gonna play a halfling and pass the turn. Alright, on to game number 2. Bowmasters. Do I need Bowmasters? This is a 2/2, so the Bowmasters can't take care of that. The Bowmasters can't take care of this. This is a 1/1. Alright, so that one actually can. So I think, yeah, I'm gonna bring in the Bowmasters. Take out. Two Brainstorms is okay. And a Once Upon a Time. Do I want the Unmoored Ego to take out? Oh. I could take out like an Archdruid, but there's two kind of lords in the deck, so... the impact wouldn't be as great as too legitimate to for this board to sideboarding to make sense. Timeless Elves. I have Atraxa in my hand, but I'm still gonna keep it because I have a push, Bowmasters, some ways to deal with the early aggression. Just take care of it. Do I want to keep up the Bowmasters? I think so. Hope the opponent plays a 1-1. Okay. Oh, wow. Well, in that case, I'm not going to play the Bowmasters. I'd rather fetch the Hedge Maze. Do I want a Shaman? Not really. Let's get the Uro train going. Gain some life, draw some cards, get some ramp. Oko's fine. I mean, we can win without natural order. I have ramp. I can even ramp into an Atraxa. Alright, so another Uro, or I can just play an Oko. An Oko and a Halfling seems good. The opponent's start seemingly wasn't that explosive, so there isn't a wide board around yet.
Who's more foolish? The fool, or the fool who rules them? One bite, and all your kings.
And next turn I can potentially even steal one of the opponent's creatures. Such like any of the lords. Ooh, collected company. Yep, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, there's the Archdruid, and this, okay, Circle of Dreams Druid. That collected company was game decisive. So, if I block this thing, my Oko will still go down 3 and I won't be able to do anything. Wait, but the opponent didn't attack my Oko. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, then I will just not block. So, let's change this for this.
Fairness? What a bizarre expectation.
My Bowmasters can't kill anything. Can I replay my Uro? No, I can't. Right, let's play an Uro and keep up Bowmasters. Alright. Let's see how the opponent attacks. Alright, full on attack. So the opponent's board is dwindling a little bit. Now I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I play one of the Uros, I'll lose the other one. I can play this first. Maybe I'll find a fetch land too. I definitely want to play an Uro though too. Yeah, okay, there's a fetch land too. So put those two back. Play this. Grab a normal forest. I could natural order as well, but then I just have an Atraxa on board. And Uro is already fulfilling its purpose pretty well for now. Gaining some life, draw a card. Even finding a nah, tapped. I don't want to take more life. Do this. Turn that into a 3/3.
I invite you to change your ways.
And pass the turn. Alright, the opponent's elves are growing again. No attack. Let's take those abilities away.
Gaze into my
Attack with my
face and
Uro
put on your
for some
true
life
shape.
gain mainly. This Shaman of the Pack, if the opponent draws one of those, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I would be... I need to... Yeah, I'm going to natural order for Atraxa here. Atraxa as a blocker and life gainer is probably going to be the nail in the coffin. This fetch land will not find another standard land, probably. Okay, so 2 damage. Opponent is opting to take the 6 damage. But might be realizing that the chances of winning are pretty slim by now. the Grand Unifier. And now I can find maybe a Thoughtseize, which I don't necessarily want to play. An island seems good. An instant. Another Uro? Yeah, why not? What can I fetch here? I'll play that tapped. I don't need to play this Uro. I mean, it's gonna die. I'll just keep up the Bowmasters and pass the turn. Pretty confident here now with these two creatures on board. This flying. One, two, three. Actually, I have three. All right, and the opponent has given up hope, the hope of winning. All right, clean win against elves. So this is the thing about the deck. It doesn't need the natural order. Like, it's not super reliant on it. It can, you know, Uro and Oko is also just, this deck has 4 of each, which is quite a lot. I don't know any other deck that runs both the 4. And it's just, yeah, both of them have incredible value and functionality. Life gain draw. Taking care of problematic creatures while also being a threat. So, yeah. And then natural order is basically just the icing on the cake, where you can get an Atraxa or a Koma into play fairly quickly. Anyway, let's see how the next games go. Sultai Natural Order versus Montrino. I will keep. Alright, nothing too crazy to take from my hand yet. Alright, the opponent doesn't like my Thoughtseize. A land or an Uro. Let's take an Uro. And try to ramp into that Uro. That might give me a chance to develop my board. Alright, the opponent is most potentially gonna look for Necropotence now. Let's go for the Overgrown Tomb. Into Oko, into put land, and pass the turn. Potentially keeping up Brainstorm. Alright, so what is this? The Ring or Shieldred? Deathrite Shaman. What did the opponent tutor for? Ah, okay, so now comes the Vein Ripper. Alright, yep, the Vein Ripper deck is definitely... I've played the deck as well. It's definitely a good deck. Let's see if we can find a natural order. And let's put away this. And this. I'm going to draw it anyway. So that's fine. I can play this for free. So, Atraxa it is. Another natural order, an Oko, an island, and a fatal push. So now I can natural order into the Koma. This is bigger than this, which is highly relevant here. Let's see. Ah, okay, that makes things a little bit more complicated. Am I willing to trade with... wow, it has lifelink too, so... ah, the opponent, okay, wants to use the trigger, the +1 again. If that... I'm gonna trade. Soren. Another one? No. Alright. Wow. That's... I mean, I wasn't out of the waters yet, was I? Alright, I'm gonna put Pithing Needle and say Soren Imperious Blood Lord, no matter what. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna change. I mean, I wasn't out of the blue there. But okay, the opponent knew I have another natural order in hand, the shaman, etc. So I could just, yeah, go for it again. I don't like the Koma in my hand, and I don't have anything to deal with the, and I don't have black mana either. But I can ramp out an Uro and hope and go from there. Dark Ritual into... alright, so the opponent's game plan is one which I don't really like. But it's a legitimate play style. Is just to mulligan very hard for Sorin, Bane Ripper, or Necropotence. Like a mix of the three. If I was Burn, would I have a better chance here? Don't know. Alright. Well, this game is already looking pretty dire, but I'm just gonna go with it. Alright, Dark Ritual into Thoughtseize, okay. The Oko. Alright, yeah, well, the Oko can actually deal with the Vein Ripper. And a March. Okay. Alright, so I can now not roll. I also don't need to play that untapped, so let's just play it like this. Alright, Inquisition, taking Uro, probably. Yep, makes sense. Killing my halfling. Hedge Maze. Delta is fine. Okay, taking everything. A tutor, that's what the opponent needed. Wow, that's... Alright, I need an Overgrown Tomb for sure. Let's say if playing an Uro is gonna work out. Pithing Needle. I mean, the opponent may have whiffed on multiple occasions now. But the opponent does have to gain life, right? So, should I play this now for a Soren? Or should I just block the Necropotence? I mean, at the opponent's at 2, it's not really gonna do it much anymore. The opponent got all the value of that card. I think the Soren is what I'm gonna go for. Or nah. Soren is definitely the play. I'm gonna push my own creature here. Alright, so the opponent has 3 cards in hand. If it was a Soren, would the opponent have played it already? I don't know. But the opponent has to win this game with those 3 cards, basically. Wow. That can happen. Necropotence killing the opponent. And yeah, not giving up early because you see a turn 1 Necro. paying off here. Patience is a virtue, I would say, definitely. I feel bad for the opponent, I mean, yeah, but it can happen, as could be seen. I think fatal pushing my own creature was was essential, though. That did make the difference. But the opponent, yeah, also didn't seem to draw into any threats, which could have ended the game, you know, earlier or something. But anyway, let's see how the next game goes. Sultai, Natural Order versus Jiltigan 0400 I would like to play first, and I shall keep. I have multiple things I need. Go for a land. One, two, three. Should I start with? No, let's ramp. Let's play let's play the halfling first. The halfling, and then shaman into mortuary. Okay. I'm happy with that. Should I even attack? Why not? Alright, next turn I can natural order into Atraxa or Koma. I mean, Atraxa is usually the go-to because it has lifelink flies. And all that's good stuff. And it fills your hand. Koma is very difficult to remove. There's always a window, though, especially against swords to plowshares. But yeah, looking at... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so now I'm creatureless here, so... Alright, then I will Uro. So that was painful. The opponent was able to remove all creatures. On my side of the board has an active Dragon Rage Channeler. What do I need to find? Okay, next turn I can replay my Uro, so that's at least something. So I will go for a Hedge Maze. Put that into the graveyard. And play my Uro. Alright, Bowmasters is okay. Do I want to pay 2 life? No, I don't. Alright. So now I can drown in the Loch the Bowmasters next turn. Attack with my Uro. Alright. Okay, the opponent's throwing everything at me. I I mean, I could sacrifice the Uro for the natural order to get an Atraxa. Then I can keep the Drown in the Loch for the Loras. Which might actually make even more sense. Wait a minute. Yeah, I have to block this. Yeah, of course. Alright, so. I can Drown in the Loch, attack, and then natural order. Alright, that's the play. That is gonna be the play. Let's grab a... Ooh, wait a minute. I cannot... I can't do that because I can't shock. Alright, that's problematic. So what I can do is kill this, attack, and then play another Uro, but that's ridiculous, but let's do it. Or, no, I didn't draw into that. Okay. Yes, and I would keep this one. To gain some more life. But still, I'm at 3 here. There's a... Yeah, I'm pretty much near death here. Yeah, I didn't consider I only have 1 forest in the deck. That was the problem. Alright, an Eidolon. Attack, attack, attack. Attack, attack, attack. Alright, there's an Halfling. Ah, why didn't I attack first? Okay, yeah, that was my mistake. That was full my mistake. I could have attacked first, then play the Halfling. Okay, so mistakes were made. Let's keep this. Let's put in the Bowmasters. Let's put in... That's it. The rest will remain the same. It's interesting how annoying the Bowmasters are even for an Uro. I will play first, and I will keep. Thoughtseize is not the ideal card to have in this matchup. I could have boarded out, but I didn't really have anything I could board in. Pithing Needle doesn't do much. I mean, killing the enchantment would be something. The Komanu. No, thank you. Well, I'm happy I played this first and didn't fetch shock into Thoughtseize. I mean, at least I was able to get rid of 1 Thoughtseize. Next turn I can Bowmaster. This needs to be a breeding pool, of course. Oh, that's pretty good. All right, so let's go for the breeding pool. It hurts, but this is a good and clean answer to the Dragon Race Channeler. And gives me some blockers for the Swift Spear. No blocks. I mean, was that a bluff? I don't know. I'm happy to just take one here. Yeah, there. Oh wow, okay. Skewer the critics. Alright. Do I want to play an Uro? Or do I want to play the Shaman and then have... Yeah, this is gonna take... I'm gonna take 2 here, but I'll be taking away the Roiling Vortex, maybe? The Molten Collapse? Destroy target creature or planeswalker. So whatever I natural order into play, so I'm gonna do the Vortex. Pay 2 here. For what? Why did I pay 2? That was ridiculously stupid. Yeah, that was a mistake. I thought my Shaman's is off Summoning Sickness. Well, let's at least try to bluff something here. So now that I took the Roiling Vortex, I think I might be going for more Uro play. Plus the opponent is just gonna kill all my stuff, preventing me from natural ordering. But yeah, that was a huge mistake. That was just 2 damage for nothing. Do I want to gain 2? Basically for a free untapped land. That's the play. Remove the channeler. Yeah, let's do that. The opponent's graveyard is relevant. Right, so I need green. Remove this. Finally gaining back some life here. Alright. No blocks. I could search up a fatal. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Searching up a fatal push wouldn't do much. So I think playing an Uro here is probably the best thing. To keep this back and yeah, take 3 here. The opponent, okay, is gonna Molten Collapse. Yep, that's okay. Now I can... Let's block this now. I don't see this ever getting to kill something. Let's go for the Hedge Maze. I don't want that. Another Uro. Can I double Uro? No, I still can't. If I drew a land, that would be strong play. Let's try and find a land. I could have kept it on top actually, so that was... Now I'm looking for one, like why? Okay. So, should I grab a Fatal Push? Alright, I'm open for your plays. My Uros are gaining me life all the time. Okay, so things are gonna start hurting. Going down to... Wow, going down to dead? To dead. I think dead, yeah. Yep, going down to dead. Alright, yeah, I didn't play well here, to be honest. I think I could have played better. Not sure if I would have won. It's late, to be honest. It's already 12 p.m. Yeah, what could I have done differently? Last turn I could have already searched up the Fatal Push. I could have kept this land on top and to ensure that I can play 2 Uros. Again, I would have been at 3, so I would still be alive. But yeah, this deck, despite having quite a bit of life gain, I mean, I wasn't able to get an Atraxa into play either, which is obviously also because of the Molten Collapse, because that just destroys my Atraxa, and then also, yeah, the Roiling Vortex. So this deck, despite having quite a bit of life gain, also shocks itself quite a bit. So quite a bit of damage taken just from the lands, which is not that great against burn. But anyway, all in all, I really enjoy this deck as playing this deck. I recommend it. Having Koma is just super sweet. It's such a cool card. Creating 3/3s on each upkeep, and then you can use them to tap things down, make it indestructible, hexproof, all this good stuff. So like, as soon as you have the first token down, it protects itself, and then every extra token is just like, you know, attacking, etc., etc. And yeah, and then having like 4 Uros and 4 Okos, which are also incredible cards, give this deck a lot of power. And then you have the 4 ramp creatures, so basically you're pretty consistent in playing like an Uro Oko on turn 2, depending on how well the opponent draws the removal. So yeah, definitely fun and a good deck, I would say, as well. So definitely up there and able to go toe-to-toe with everything. And it has Thoughtseize as well, running 4 Thoughtseize main deck, which is... Thoughtseize is just great in all metas, basically. It just preemptively takes the best thing in your opponent's hand. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have fun. See you in the arena. And yeah, leave a like, leave a comment. Peace.